morning, friends. We are still talking about Gretchen Rubin, and I don't remember the name of her book.
Better Than Before.
Better Than Before. There you go. And Deb was talking about part of it is that she gives herself like a positive label. So, if you decide that you are a healthy eater, or maybe you decide that you're a writer, you label yourself as a non-smoker. Make sure it's a positive label, friends. Because the idea is that then when you think about that, like if you are, say, you label yourself as a walker and you've spent too much time sitting, it doesn't feel right, right? Like you've labeled yourself a walker, which means that you need that movement. You need to get out and walk. If you're a writer, you need to write.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And we have a bad habit of labeling ourselves with stuff, and then we can't get out of that. We're like, oh, yeah, I just can't resist junk food. Yeah, I can't. I've done that. And then like, well, now I've labeled myself that way. So yeah, like you said, make it positive. And I love vegetables and I love to walk and I love to move my body and label ourselves that way. So that because our mind tends to follow that it really starts here, but sometimes we have to do this first and then it's here. Our actions have to follow what we're thinking,
Yeah.
or our thoughts can go down a rabbit hole of things that we don't want. And I think sometimes we feel like we bond to people through those negative things instead of like maybe we start to try to think of positive ways to bond with each other.
Right.
Yeah, I like to drink and so does da-da-da, so which is fine, but maybe we don't have to drink 10 glasses of beer to bond with that person. Maybe you can have one glass of
On the
beer.
floor, Deb. I don't know. 10.
I don't know. I have a problem. I haven't told you.
I didn't know.
But even that, I drink in moderation. I love a glass of wine, but I make sure I only drink one. Or, yeah, just those positive labels. And then being mindful is one thing I'm trying to be better at, like noticing
Yeah.
those things. Like, oh, aha, aha.
That was one of the things that I said about the 12 steps on Monday, I think was noticing patterns that you do, so that when you start to notice the pattern, then you can then you have the ability to change it. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that's a pattern that I don't like anymore. That's not serving me. And so, you know, but we have to be aware enough of what's going on around us to even know that we're doing it. So
Right.
that's again where it all starts in our head. It really
Mm-hmm.
does everything.
Yeah, I love that because we know our habits can serve us or not. In fact, there's a quote about that, and I don't remember what it is, but it makes a great servant and a terrible master. I think that's the quote, and it's true. And we do so many things without thinking, which is great because now we can do those other things without thinking. Like we always have that brushing our teeth habit, but there are a lot of other habits that we probably have in our life that are serving us that we did over, with repetition or whatever we did. And now that we don't even think about it, we didn't think about not doing it. So yeah, it's interesting.
It is. And the
Mm-hmm.
other thing I was thinking as you were saying about those positive habits that we don't even think about, be intentional about thinking about those, because then you can build on that. I've already learned to do all these good things for myself, so I can continue to learn to do more.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that. Good.
All right, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.